What's up, Nitro Gang? I got my 2008 HPI Nitro RS4 MT2 with the G3.0 engine. I know that sounds like a mouthful, that's because it is. This is one of the most legendary Nitro HPI stadium trucks ever made. And today, we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of speed runs to see what this actually gets. In a community post on YouTube the other day, I asked what you think the top speed this thing will hit will be. Many of you said it'll be in the mid 30s. Many of you said it'll be in the low 40s. Very few of you said it'll be approaching 50 or over 50. Just so you know, this is a single speed. It is stock other than some of the wheels. You know, this thing is older than 10 years. I had to, do something about the rear wheels. These are not originals. But the front are originals, and also I am only running two-wheel drive with the rear-wheel drive setup now. I removed the front drive shafts just because my wheels are so crooked. I really don't want them to balloon too much. I don't want them to get any power. They will not be balanced when it's in full-wheel drive mode, so just one of those things. What's funny is I actually talked about this truck in my old 2000 issue of Radio Control Car Action magazine. Check this out, guys. This is the original review on the HPI RS4 MT. I'm going to read a little thing here. It says, it isn't an electric RS4 MT conversion. Heck, it isn't even an RS4. This is the chassis of the original RS4 MT that came out in the year 2000. That means 20 years ago. And surprisingly, the layout on this right here is actually basically the same, other than a different engine, a different pipe, a different larger fuel tank. It is identical. The RS4 MT, if I'm not mistaken, I think was the first model to introduce shaft drive. So the reason they don't call it an RS4 and they make sure that you guys know it's not an actual RS4 is because the RS4 chassis was a belt drive car. Only the RS4 3, when it came out a little bit later, that was already shaft drive. This is HPI's lineup of all their RCs from the year 2000. The one we have here is this one. Of course, this is the newer version, but still pretty freaking nice looking over here. Basically the same exact specs, same exact, full-wheel drive chassis size. This is what they call a stadium truck. Now, in modern day, stadium truck segments are basically dead, but in the early 2000s, these were, this was like the top racing class for what was common at the time in America. The Team Low C, the Associated RC10s, HPI, yeah, they were not racers, but you know what? They were ready to run most of the time. This is the RC that got people into the hobby. There's a lot of people that like to bash HPI, but you know what? Man, they deliver some great RCs. They've retained value over the years, and we're gonna see how fast this thing actually is. Let me tell you about this engine, the G3.0. Look at the specs here, 2.2 horsepower. This is a 0.18 engine size, guys. This means this actually has more horsepower than like the SH21. This is the same amount of horsepower as my currently seized OS18TZ that's in the Revo Survivor Edition. And yes, I will be taking a look at the motor later. I have not opened the back plate. In fact, I am actually a little bit scared as to what I will find. I've never damaged an engine in my life. I love the speed passes. I don't go to skate parks, and I treasure my stuff. I value it. And today we're gonna find out whether this 20-year-old design could still kick some you-know-what on the road. As I've recently been doing, we're also going to be running this 30% Bones Brew Nitro 10% oil mix. I've had pretty consistent results with it, as I keep saying. Don't think running 30% nitro in your RCs is going to make like a night and day difference. It's not. The only thing that's going to happen is you're basically going to have to adjust your tune. In my case, when I ran this in the Savage, I had to richen it, which is as you would expect. The more nitro content you have, generally about 1/8 of a turn richer the engine will generally run. And yeah, that is exactly what I have experienced. My ownership experience of the RS4 MT here has been nothing but, just good times, good fun. These things are easy to work on. They run extremely standard parts. They're relatively easy to get. The reason is it's such an old chassis. There's a lot of these around, and a lot of these parts are fairly common and identical to the Nitro RS4 3 series, which also has like a 20-something year run at this point. So parts really not an issue. Some people convert these to electrics, but of course when you convert it to a brushless, you're gonna wind up stripping the gear diffs in the back and in the front. These things were not made for brushless power. Engines like this, they might have a good amount of horsepower, but you gotta realize the physics of a nitro motor is completely different than, I would say, the physics of an electric brushless motor. What I'm saying is it takes time for a nitro motor, and any motor in any car, any internal combustion engine, it takes time for that to develop its peak RPM, its peak torque. Unlike an electric motor that can deliver basically 100% of its peak torque, you know, anytime you press the trigger. That's the difference. Time to shut up and start her up. Let's go. All right, Nitro gang, let's do this. Got a fresh quart of the Bones Brew 30% nitro, 10% oil. Gonna open it up. I already went through one of these with my Savage XL testing. That thing is a gas guzzler. Let's see. Open it up. For now, I'm just gonna do one of these. The fuel here is at the top. I don't really need that much. I'm just gonna suction it out. These small block HPI engines are super fuel efficient. This is not, you know, the Savage XL K5.9, so I don't really need that much fuel in there. That should be enough. Spilled a little, but hey, that's fine. Where's the fuel cap? Oh, right here. This is the only fuel bottle I have that actually has a cap that's still not missing here. All right, speed meter on it. There you go. We're using the Flysky radio here. Failsafe is all set up. Everything should be good to go. The only problem that could happen, and you're gonna see it right now, yeah, it's gonna be the famous one-way bearing slippage situation going on. Let's just hope it starts. Gonna prime the car now. And of course the one-way bearing is slipping as expected. Hopefully it will be enough to just start it, get it running. Yeah, I actually just cleaned this the other day, so yeah, we have some issue with the back plate there leaking. That's the only thing it could possibly be. Let's just hope this actually works, or else this is gonna be a fail, and we're gonna have to run the Rovan in my trunk. So it's catching a little bit, but you know, not as much as I wanted. Oh yeah, oh boy, yeah, thank God. Just don't shut off, please. Gonna do a little warm up here. All right, lower the throttle trim. Look how great this engine idles. It's so good. This is like 12 years old. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a couple really slow passes here. There's a whole bunch of smoke coming out from the pipe. Look at that smoke. Whole bunch of smoke. And this is only 10% oil right here. So yeah, we're in two-wheel drive mode. So the handling is a little bit squirmy, you know? Plus I'm gonna have to tune the high-speed needle a little bit because I basically just put it back over. I felt like it after I cleaned it. So right now, you know, we're not doing those high passes. Let's just see a little bit. Oh, not bad. Let's come back. It's already really quick. I just hope no disasters happen today. Okay, so far 42, not bad. I need to do 50, guys. We gotta do 50. Let's reset it. All right, I'm not gonna lean it out anymore right now. Let's see how it'll perform on this fuel mixture. Just a couple people here. Gotta wait for them to giddy up out of here, you know? Oh man, thing is zooming and it's so straight. I'm a little scared. It's hitting the end of that parking lot like as fast as that serpent almost. I don't know, let's see what that was. Maybe 45? Let's see. 47, holy moly, 47. We can do 50, we can do it, guys. Engine is okay, not too hot. Gonna give it some more fuel. Actually, still a whole bunch of gas left in there. That's fuel efficiency, guys, for you. Reset. Let's do it. It's a Hyundai. Gotta wait for the Hyundai to get out of here. I'm gonna full throttle it. Here we go. Whoa. No flips, great control, two-wheel drive. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 48. We got 48. Do I have 50? Let's keep going. 48 so far. Nice. All right, guys, we got ourselves a DJI Mavic Mini, my HPI. This is basically like my first or second time taking this thing out. I don't particularly know what I'm doing, but we got a good battery charge here. Let's do automatic takeoff here. Takeoff. It's a little windy, so you're gonna see this thing moving left and right all the time. But yeah, easy. You guys see how this thing is like fidgeting around? We're experiencing about a 8 to 10 mile per hour wind, but it's fine. The video footage, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit later. Yeah, I'm adjusting the gimbal on the actual car right now. Well, why am I not recording? I'm gonna start recording now. Right now we're recording. Finally got some video footage, you know? So yeah, this thing is actually pretty cool. It is Wi-Fi enabled, 400 bucks. Look at the way this thing is moving. It's GPS located, but it's basically in a pretty steady here position. Look at it here on my screen. So yeah, as you go higher altitudes, the gimbal will be, you know, smoother, obviously. So let's see what I'm gonna do. Oh, it's a little fidgety. I'm gonna back up, back it up. Go up, no problem. You wanna go up, buddy? Let's go. Not gonna go too high. Who needs that, you know? We're not trying to show off at a skate park right now. All we're trying to do is get some cool footage of the HPI Nitro MT. That's all we're trying to do. Normally, I would run this right under the drone at top speed, but I'm having one-way bearing problems right now after my speed run, unfortunately. Okay, so right now, let's see. I'm going to do a like a special effect thing. I'm gonna cut the video, and we will do something different. Let's see. We'll do a droney. Okay, so a droney. All right, so I'm selecting the object here with this green box. Of course, it's not the best, but it'll track it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and the drone is gonna fly on its own, and it'll come back on its own. So see right here, guys, it's gonna go up. Sorry about the sun. I'm recording myself, you know, in a matter of saying. It's gonna go up to a predetermined altitude all the way back there, and now it's coming back. I'm getting a strong wind warning, but this little Mavic Mini is perfect. So yeah, it's gonna come back on its own, right where I took off from, and here it is. It's straight chilling. The drone is straight chilling. Let's try a different one, a different quick shot. Let's do a helix. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm recording myself recording the RC, so it's doing this all by itself. Let's hope it doesn't hit the hatch. Oh, thank God it didn't hit the hatch. This thing is actually pretty smart. So it's going around the circle, and it's going up in elevation around the HPI Nitro MT. Man, this thing is pretty freaking sick. You don't even have to think of how to fly. It does it for you. It's gonna make a full circle at a predetermined altitude. I'm pointing at you, bro. Yeah, I'm pointing at you guys in the video. And now it's gonna come back and land. All right, we're getting a lot of strong wind warnings over here. I have 14 satellites. Man, freaking state-of-the-art technology right now. Look at that. I'm walking right next to it. I'm almost touching it. I don't want to touch it, you know. I need my fingers to use the HPI MT later. But yeah, freaking cool. We're not gonna do any kind of range test, any kind of height test, because yeah, this thing could go like literally a couple miles. There it is, guys. Let me I'm gonna do more, you know, videos on this eventually, but for now, let's just land it. So I'm gonna press land here on the screen, and it's going to auto land. Right, let's observe this. Oh yeah, it's coming down slow. It's coming down slow. I have extended landing gear on it, by the way, also, guys. By the way, these things I put on myself. These are extended landing gear, because this camera is like so low to the ground. Usually people wind up using like these helicopter takeoff pads, but that's really super corny.